Joining me right now, special guest Derek Handspike, author of Bobby Brown, The Truth, the Whole Truth, and Nothing But. Mr. Handspike, thank you for being with us.
How you doing? Thank you.
I'm good. Mr. Handspike, in the book Bobby Brown, The Truth, the Whole Truth, and Nothing But the Truth, which is ironically the oath that you take before you're sworn in to testify, he states that he believes that Whitney Houston had an agenda for marrying him, and that agenda was to clean up her image. Now, that is certainly a unique perspective. Explain.
Well, pretty much, Bobby just felt like, you know, the way everything was rushed and how everything happened so fast, he just felt like, that, they wanted to see Whitney married in order to put the rumors to rest that were going on at the time.
What rumors is that? And I thought they dated for a couple of years before they married.
Yeah, actually they did. But like I said, marriage is another thing.
Tell me this, Mr. Handspike, how is Brown doing right now?
Actually, he's holding up pretty good, and he has to do so because of Bobby Chris. Me and his nephew spoke with him briefly yesterday, and he only spoke briefly before he put Bobby Chris on the phone with his nephew. And he's pretty distraught, though. He's taking it really hard. I mean, he just lost his mother, then his father, now Whitney. I mean, he's pretty hurt right now.
Mr. Handspike, Bobby Brown has stated, well, in your book you write, that he did not use cocaine until he meets Whitney Houston. Sir, I find that very hard to believe.
Is that right? Well, that's what he said. So, I mean, it came out of his mouth. So Whitney was her own person, Whitney liked to party and have a good time, too. I mean, just as well as Bob.
How did Brown talk her into doing the reality show Being Bobby Brown?
Oh, man. I don't know. Whitney kind of just showed up on the sets and stuff. It wasn't like rehearsed or, set up for.
Well, wasn't it in their home?
No, it was all over. They were shooting pretty much all over Atlanta. And she would just show up on the set, and that's pretty much how that went. It never was nothing. Whitney really wasn't supposed to be a part of the show. She just kind of showed up. Yeah.
What were your thoughts when you heard the news of Whitney Houston's death?
Devastated. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. And it's still really just registering now and just sinking in. And I try not to watch too much TV because, I mean, I was just totally devastated. It's just unbelievable.
I was thinking about what you just mentioned, that he didn't use cocaine until he met Whitney Houston, which I find hard to believe. But in your book, you state Bobby Brown OD'd on heroin August 2001, and Whitney is the one that called 911 to save his life. Is that true?
Yes. That's what Bobby said happened. That he said he was actually dead for a few minutes. And actually, when the paramedics got there, they took the paddles and kind of brought him back.